Welcome, Virgo. This is your weekly Teroscope reading for January the 18th through to the 24th, 2016. And before we get to the energy of the cards, let me take a moment to thank you truly for all your support that you give to me each and every day. You guys really rock. Thank you so much for everything. Really, thank you. So let's get to you. Let's get to the energy of the week. Now, we start with the Four of Pentacles. It is time to pick up those talents, those abilities that you have, and start making them work for you in life. This is a time to definitely grow your dreams. Definitely think about how you are going to move forward. Definitely, being honest with yourself about the beauty that you have locked inside of you and letting it out in full force. How are you going to do that? How are you going to grow in your talents? Your God-given talents, the things that you've been born with, your unique abilities, and make them work for you. That is a lot of this week for you. Understanding that, I mean, right next to it, we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is your new day dawning. Okay? This tells me that all your struggles, all your chaos that you've gone through, your worries, your fears that you've had to struggle through, have been for something important. And now you are stepping on this new day dawning to step into that path that you have been longing to step into. Most definitely. You are highly intuitive this week. So talk to God, your angels, your spirit guides, the universe. Meditate, pray. Understand the dream that you want to build for yourself. Be honest about the dream you want to build for yourself. We have the Ace of Pentacles, so it is new beginnings in well-being, new beginnings in finances, money. Okay, this is where a gift can come to you, or money can come to you unexpectedly, or maybe you have been waiting upon this money, or a gift, or somebody's influence helping you in some area of your life to push you forward on your path. Now, we do have the Three of Swords underneath all of this. So you know what? You're going to try and talk yourself out of it. The practical side of you is going to say, I can't do it because. So this is a warning to you to not allow your practical side to interfere this week with your dreams, your plans for tomorrow. Okay, yes, we need to be practical, and we're not doing anything this week. We're not moving forward this week. Perhaps next week. But you know what? You can talk yourself out of so much this week if you allow it. That negative self-talk can do so much harm in your life if you allow it this week. So do not allow it. Every time you start to have that negative feeling of something that is going to prevent you from going forward, just stop that thought. Don't worry, we'll have time to have that thought later on again, okay? There will be a time for that practical included in the step forward, but this week it's looking at who you are, what your unique gifts are, what your talents are, what you could really do if time or money or energy was not a factor in going forward. What could you create? What could you design? What could you develop? What could you grow into? Who could you become? Don't allow the negative to slip into your thoughts this week, okay? We have the King of Wands just kind of making a statement that this is a time for optimism. This is a time for expanding. You might look at, actually, you might look at some kind of education this week in order to further your talents, your abilities, to grow them, to make them stronger. Okay, but the King of Wands, he's a very optimistic man, and he is a high thinker. So yes, there could be many of you that are looking at new avenues in which to learn, in ways of growing your talents. and allow that optimism to come in, and don't try and push that optimism down in any way this week. Allow it to grow, allow it to flourish this week in your mind, in your heart, okay? Because we have the Queen of Pentacles here, who really represents who you are, and you are holding that abundance, you are holding that wealth, you are holding that well-being on your lap. There is a, you know, you're sitting there and you're very self-confident. The sun is carved into your chair. The angel sits next to you. And the sky is electrified behind you. And that's your thoughts. So allow your thoughts to charge you up, get you excited about tomorrow. Most definitely. The Tower. You're going to allow a sadness to stay in the past now. It, in some way, has been probably cloaking you, holding you down, keeping you at bay. And, you know, the energy of this week and the optimism of this week could allow you to burst through, like the roof comes off. The electricity is in the air. So it's very important that you allow that feeling of happiness to bubble up in you. It's very important for you not to get negative in any way on what could stop you in your tracks, what could make you move backwards, what might not work out. Don't worry. It's growing your dream this week. Okay? Where do we go from here? The Empress? Shall we do the Empress? Because this is who you are, and it sits right above the Queen of Pentacles. So you need to see yourself as the Empress or the Emperor. You need to understand that you have the control of your destiny, that you make the final decisions on how you're moving forward. And don't worry, you've taken in information. I know you already have taken in a lot of information in order to have this card in this placement. That you've thought about it. You've thought about the good, bad, and the ugly of moving forward in a certain direction. So now it's the planning. Now it's the preparation. Now it's understanding where, you know, if there's lack, then you just have to have the optimism and the faith that where you lack, something will appear. Either it'll be another person, or it'll be some kind of education, or it'll be an opportunity that you weren't expecting, as with the Ace of Pentacles, or it could be money coming in that you weren't expecting to help you in your plans. So you really just need to have the optimism and the faith that things are going to work out right. But this is the planning forward. This is making the decision to go forward. This is not allowing the negative in. Definitely not allowing the negative in this week. Okay, and we're not moving forward this week because our last card, so going into the weekend and into next week, is the Seven of Pentacles. What are you cultivating? What are you cultivating in your thoughts, in your plans? What do you want to grow into? What do you want to develop? What do you want to create? We planted the seeds way back at the new moon, and now we're coming to the full moon. And so I think with the full moon energy, you might be looking at more or less things that need to go on the back burner in your life. The things that have been cloaking you, the things that have been holding you down, the things that have not been allowing you to move forward, you burst through now. So what are you cultivating? Ask yourself, what are you hanging on to that doesn't need to be a part of your life? What has been holding you back? Is it self-doubt? Is it fear? Is it not having the resources or the finances or the time or the energy? And how do you bring that into being? Because it sits right next to the King of Pentacles. Now, the thing I like the most about, well, I like a couple of things about the King of Pentacles. I'll be honest, but the one thing that is attracting me the most is his crown. It's a it's a living plant. It's growth. It's new possibilities. It's new ideas. It's fresh approaches. And that pentacle is so big that you can't even rest it on your lap here. It's got to be straddled in between your legs to show it off. So it is abundance coming in. How are you creating the abundance in your life? How are you moving towards happiness? How are you moving towards growing your dreams, growing yourself in a way that is going to change your tomorrow for the better? So until we meet again, remember, I do love you.